This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, police in Tampa blocking a neighborhood and searching with a SWAT team for a possible serial killer after a fourth person was shot dead for no apparent reason. Police say until evidence says otherwise, they are relating this shooting death in the Seminole Heights neighborhood to 3 earlier October murders. Now, those murders happened over a 10-day span in the same area. The 3 other victims were alone and had gotten off a bus when they were gunned down at night. None of them were robbed. Now, police believe the latest victim, 60-year-old Ronald Felton, was crossing the street around 5 o'clock this morning when the suspect came up from behind and shot him. Witnesses heard 5 shots. Police say they believe the killer lives in the Seminole Heights neighborhood. The suspect's description is limited. Police saying he's a thin black male, dressed in black and wearing a black baseball cap, and they are boosting patrols in that area. The area's homeless problem has been plaguing the county of Sarasota for years, but commissioners unanimously approved several measures that could tackle that problem once and for all. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has the details.
Well, the 4-year-long conversation about what to do with the chronic homeless population came to an end with a public hearing. And unlike previous public hearings, no one voiced opposition about the plan.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Any opposed?
Commissioners gave the green light to move forward with 2 contracts. The first with Suncoast Partnership to End Homelessness. The organization will create and implement a step-by-step process to get the homeless off the street and connected with the services they need. The contract will cost the county about $195,000 a year, some of which would be paid with federal funds. But Wayne Appleby, the director of Homeless Services, says his concern goes beyond the price to the streamlining of the process.
Previously, everybody could go to a different location and they would be afforded whatever services that location could offer, but maybe the best service was someplace else in town that could really address their needs. So this is about aligning the resources in a unified fashion.
The second agreement is the purchase of homeless beds at the Salvation Army. The county will start off with 10 beds that will be used as an emergency shelter for the chronic homeless population, with the option to increase up to 30 beds, a cost of just over $272,000.
This shelter bed, no cost to them, does not require sobriety, does not require mental or substance treatment. It does provide a reasonable amount of space for their personal property, and it's available to them 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Both the purchase of the beds and the agreement with the Suncoast Partnership to End Homelessness made way for a second unanimous vote on the county's Quality of Life Ordinance, which makes camping and storing personal items on public property illegal.
This isn't meant to be heavy-handed, but this is meant to deal with a very, very small portion of the homelessness population that just will not voluntarily engage in services.
Now, the new rules won't go into effect until 2018, which officials say will give them time to get law enforcement and homeless outreach organizations trained. Back to you.
All right, Bobeth, thank you. Shark fishing on the Venice Pier may soon be prohibited. Tomorrow, the City Council will be voting to direct staff to write an ordinance that would be similar to what other communities like Naples and Flagler Beach have done to ban shark fishing on their piers. The city worries the fishermen are causing damage to the pier and are drawing sharks too close to swimmers. But anglers say they are not causing any problems.
I really think they really ought to give serious consideration to leaving things alone. It has worked here for over 40 years.
City will be considering part of that ordinance change in a city council meeting tomorrow.
Well, that wind certainly felt a little nice today, not as hot. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Cooler weather tomorrow, too. High pressure pretty strong now over Georgia. This high pressure ridge is in between. We're kind of stuck in between this little area of low pressure, a little weak one at that, off the east coast of Florida and over the northern Bahamas. That's creating a tight pressure gradient, and that means small craft advisories are in effect through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Winds and seas will be at that level that will cause problems for small craft. Now, the overall picture showing the clear skies over the southeast United States. The frontal boundary down to our south continues to weaken, and currently at the Sarasota Braden Airport, we do have generally fair skies, 76 out there. The dew point is at 62, and winds are out of the north at 8. and that is bringing in the slightly cooler temperatures. The barometer now 29.95 inches, and winds will stay rather brisk throughout the day tomorrow. We'll have more on that and let you know about a stronger cold front headed our way, due to arrive late Saturday and into early Sunday, which will cool things down. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Amazon is starting its free same-day delivery Prime service here in Sarasota. Amazon Prime members in the area can now place an order in the morning and receive all orders before bedtime that same day. Orders can be received 7 days a week, including on Sunday, but the order must be over $35.
As a reminder, you can get all the latest local and national news on our smartphone app. But if you use an iPhone or an iPad and have the old version of our app, it will go away at the end of this month. So what you need to do is download the new app. If you don't, you're going to miss all the latest news, videos, notifications that will keep you connected to what's happening right here on the Suncoast. All smartphone users can find the new app by searching My Suncoast in your app store.
New guidelines issued within the past 24 hours lower the threshold for what is considered high blood pressure. Under these new guidelines, those numbers increase even higher in the African American community. With heart disease and strokes being two main risk factors, local doctors say now is the time to get checked.
If you are, say, 45 years of age and you have no history of high blood pressure, over the course of the next 40 years, your risk of developing high blood pressure is 93%.
Dr. Naluri says there's a way to bring that number down by eating food low in sodium and high in magnesium and potassium.
Well, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, with the convenience of online shopping, retail stores are struggling to keep shoppers walking into their stores.
ABC7's Erica Jackson takes a look at this shifting shopping habit when we come back.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
This week, we're taking a look at the shifting shopping habits of many consumers. Tonight, we focus on the battle that retail stores are fighting to keep shoppers walking in the doors when the convenience of online shopping is only a click away from their smartphone or laptop.
There are still more than 1 million retail stores across the country, and according to the National Retail Federation, retail sales have been growing steadily since 2010, and Americans spent $3.3 trillion in retail stores just last year. As ABC7's Erica Jackson shows us tonight, the retail industry is here to stay, but needs to make some adjustments because of shifting shopping habits.
The National Retail Federation says 3 out of 4 of the top 50 online retailers are also brick-and-mortar companies. Even as online shopping becomes more popular, the NRF believes online is not killing traditional brick-and-mortar businesses.
When you shop local, the money's staying locally. When you're shopping online, it's not staying in your community.
Barbara Pugliesi's boutique on St. Armand's Circle has only been open for 4 years, but she needs to keep up with the changing shopping trends.
We try to find items that you can't buy online. So we try to get exclusivities with our artists.
Just because boutique faces some challenges, it sells limited quantities of unique items created by 70 artists across the country. Pugliesi won't sell her merchandise online because items sell quickly, but she tries to bring customers into the store by selling one-of-a-kind merchandise and promoting new products on social media.
We do try to do Facebook posts and keep our social media up, at least Instagram and Pinterest and items like that.
You'll continue to see this trend and shift of retailers who have this online footprint, but encouraging you to come into the store to make that purchase.
The mall at University Town Center's marketing and sponsorship director, Lauren Clark, says shoppers crave experience, which is why 90% of shopping still takes place at brick-and-mortar stores.
They walk in with wanting something and they walk out leaving with that item, which is a leveraging point that shopping centers have over e-commerce.
The National Retail Federation reports shoppers make less than 10% of purchases online. It says most online sales are from brick-and-mortar websites. Some online exclusive retailers are looking to improve its one-on-one customer interaction by opening retail boutiques in shopping centers.
E-commerce retailers are realizing that really have a full arrangement of shopping opportunities for consumers that they demand, they really have to have a brick-and-mortar store also.
Pugliesi is convinced shoppers are more invested in the item's price, which is why Just Because sells items for $6 up to $1,000.
People really do watch their pennies a little more than in past times, so we try to have things available for them that are beautiful and yet affordable.
Consumers are always looking for value, so it puts a certain stress on the department store because everybody knows that, you see this, XYZ shirt, they're then going on their smartphone to see what the price is.
The number of retail employees is close to an all-time high. According to the NRF, nearly 13 million people are working for retail companies, and retailers are looking for even more employees specializing in engineering and technology positions. Reporting in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Erica. Tomorrow night at 6, we'll take a look at how grocery shopping has changed and why some shoppers are visiting multiple stores to cross everything off their list.
All right, Bob Harrigan is up next with your first alert weather forecast, and I think you're going to like it. Stay with us.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Another nice day out there with a breeze today that kind of cooled it off.
Yeah, it felt nice.
Yeah, out of the north, it always brings in cooler temperatures, and we saw that, and we're going to see cooler temperatures again tomorrow to start the morning off. One thing about the time change is that we get to see the sunsets a little earlier, and photos come in a little sooner, too. Here's a look at one right now from Fred Seeger on Casey Key. Another gorgeous shot there. A few clouds around in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but not bad. And this is Casey Key webcam showing calm conditions, at least near the coast, but offshore. Winds and seas are starting to pick up, and so small craft advisories will be flying and staying with us throughout most of the day tomorrow. Well, currently we have generally fair skies, 76 degrees, the dew point 62, and the humidity the same. North winds are at 8, and the pressure is starting to rise. High today was 82. That's above average. We'll be right around 79 for a high tomorrow. 65 was the morning low, and 60 is our normal low. We'll see 60-degree temperatures, low 60s tomorrow to start things off. And it's been a very dry November thus far, and it'll stay that way too. On Wednesday, we're not expecting any rainfall here. 76 in Sarasota, cooler in Orlando. 58 or 68 degrees, 58, 10 degrees cooler in Jacksonville right now. And around our area, the Gulf water temperature at 74 and mid to upper 70s from Bradenton all the way down to Sarasota, Venice, and Inglewood. 76 in Arcadia, Punta Gorda now at 77 degrees and 75 in Cortez. So low temperatures tonight will be in the 40s in places like Tallahassee and also just to the northeast thereof, and 50 in Gainesville, 66 in Orlando. We'll be down in the low 60s here. We'll warm up into the upper 70s, so 79. That's a typical temperature for this time of year. And we'll see upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. That north to northeast wind will be a little breezy, and so it'll make it feel cooler throughout the morning, especially. Similar conditions expected on Thursday morning. Now, a stronger cold front is on the way and will be in place, it looks like, late Saturday and Sunday, cooling us down for Sunday. But no fronts around right now with that east to northeasterly wind component. A few showers along the east coast are possible tomorrow. Not much for us. And that little low spin continues to head to the south on Thursday. Now, that low pressure area is not going to do a whole lot for us. It will stay well to the south of us. And as far as the winter weather goes, well, El Nino and La Nina, different story there. El Nino means severe weather typically for the Suncoast during the winter months. La Nina, not as much, and also not as extreme as far as temperatures go. You can see this is the cooling trend that's taking place right now in the eastern Pacific. Temperatures there into the upper 60s, just to the north thereof, temperatures into the 80s in some cases, and 81 degrees you see right there. So this is a La Nina situation setting up, and what that means for us is typically a warmer winter. On top of that, a drier one at that. And this is from NOAA. You can see that blue area that indicates the anomaly there, where temperatures are cooling down a little bit. And as far as the impacts go, a cold and wet winter for the Pacific Northwest. For us, though, there you see it, drier and warm conditions expected for the winter months here along the Sun Coast. So that will be, it looks like, in play throughout all of winter, all the way up until April. Now, as far as we're concerned, we're not looking at much rainfall here. As I mentioned, a few showers to the northeast, and it looks like generally fair skies there. And we'll look for a chance, as I said, for a few showers with the next front. That's not much, late Saturday and into Sunday. For boaters tomorrow, small craft advisory in effect. Northeast winds at 15 to 20 knots, and seas will be up there 2 to 4 feet with choppy conditions expected. Sunrise will be at 6:51, and the high tide will be at 9:52. Partly cloudy, breezy and cooler, 62 for a low tomorrow. Another gorgeous day here. We're looking for lots of sunshine and breezy and mild conditions. 78 for your high. The extended forecast calling for warm temperatures, at least mild through Saturday. Then we cool down on Sunday and Monday. We'll be right back after this.
This is a small community.
A mass shooting in Texas. David Muir with the heroes and first responders.
Good evening.
The truck attack in New York. The only anchor with the NYPD at the scene. The only anchor at the fires in California with survivors in Las Vegas. World News Tonight is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Sometimes strange things happen that we just can't explain, and that's what happened to 3 Sarasota nurses who are now being hailed as heroes.
ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to these amazing Suncoast women.
On April 11th, 3 Sarasota Memorial Hospital nurses had a strange experience they'll never forget. After work, they headed home.
And I went the back road, which is a road that I never take, and I came upon this accident.
What did you see?
I saw a gentleman evacuating children off the bus, and I saw children along the road crying.
A card cut in front of the bus carrying 12 special needs children and 2 adults from Oak Park School. Emergency responders hadn't arrived yet. As Samantha ran to help the children, another nurse from her team at Sarasota Memorial suddenly arrived.
I came around the corner and fell upon the accident too. When I came, I don't know that I saw anybody, so they must have already been out, but there were children all over the side of the road placed, and so, I came in and tried to help.
She'd also taken a road home that she'd never taken before.
That is really fate, I believe everything happens for a reason, but that was That was a big deal with the kids that couldn't speak. It was the special needs bus. All of the children had an inability to speak for themselves.
Then a third nurse from their team arrived, also driving home on a different route.
I call it Godronic because it was a God thing. I never go up that road. I saw the children and them working, and I just stopped my car in the middle of the road where it was, and the EMS and the first responders had just arrived, so I helped with triage.
Paramedics were very grateful for their help.
We were in our scrubs because we had left work, so they just said, here's some gloves, whatever you can do, you know, and we just helped out, and it's what we do here. We're a team, and it's exactly how it worked out there.
The children were taken to Sarasota Memorial, and they're all okay. The nurses were honored as heroes. They're still amazed at what inspired them to take the road by the accident that day, where their help was so desperately needed.
I guess I was supposed to be there, yes. Yeah, I believe that. We all were supposed to be there. There's no other way to say it because none of us go that way.
Well, it's good to know there really are angels in this world, and we just found 3 of them. This team of nurses at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Thank you so much, ladies, for all of your work going above and beyond the call of duty. We really appreciate you guys. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, a little serendipity there. I tell you, it worked out quite well. It's amazing how things work out like that. As they said, some sort of divine intervention. They all traveled on a different route there. Kind of interesting.
Doing what they do every day, though, at the
right.
hospital. You know?
Absolutely.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We are looking at some nice weather this evening. Looks to be pretty fair out there, and temperatures a little cooler to start things off tomorrow morning, low 60s.
Enjoy it. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight is next.
We'll see you back here again at 11. Have a good night.